What you are about to see are finals of the first tournament I have participated in 2023. Please enjoy.
We're here in the finals.
And
Finally.
there we have of course Sip and Frosty in blue, and of course D-Love Sky, our fan of aviation, with Dark Soap. Round one of the grand finals. Dante,
Best 3 out
count
of
us
5.
in. Best
5,
3 out
4,
of 5.
3, 2, 1. Fire!
Boom! Out goes the bolts there. We are going to see both of our players here. Sip in sync going for that roll. Both of them very aware the jump comes in from the side of Sip. Sip throwing himself right into the center. Frosty swatted aside here. Neither Steel nor any of them are playing around looking for these opportunities to get in. We are, of course, going to see Sip keeping up that pressure, forcing these 1v1 engagements. Frosty's
You're
going
gonna
to
see
have
a
to be much
lot.
more careful.
A lot of pressure on blue team here. Because that's the weapons they have. They have fast weapons. They have weapons that close the gap. I'm actually shocked that they're this far away from their opponents. But that's what you're gonna see. Like oh, he goes for a frostbot there.
Oh,
but
not quite able to make it.
So we're going to see a lot of rushing in and a lot of trying to take on. But they are actually losing the fight so far. But I think through this almost exhausting their opponents, I think if they continue this, I think it's going to work out for them.
Well, the issue here is that they're putting themselves in so much danger.
Yeah.
And the other team is not afraid. What you'll notice, I will say, based on the last match that we had, we're looking at it here. It's a very clear example of you're putting yourself in a position where you can do damage, but if every mistake you made is in a position where it can be punished, that's going to be the nature of this. Dark Soap is quite low. He's going to be pressured here. Out comes the run R2, not quite able to connect. We are going to see Frosty here go for the run R2 once again. Both players here keeping up that pressure, trying to put him away. Sip is very low. Almost gets punished there. Dark Soap almost gets hit. That's called latency, my friend.
I hate it.
There we go. We are going to see Poland versus the United States going up here. Forced back once again. We are going to see now Dark kept under that pressure. Is very low. Steel's barely been touched. And look at it there. Sip is very, very low now. They reconvene as Team Red.
Is he poisoned or rotted?
He is rotted, and
he
is on death's doors. Forced back now once again. Out it comes. We are going to see it here. Looking for that opportunity to come in. Goes for the run R2. Goes for it. We are going to see it. Goes for the hit. Frosty's put away. And that's going to be
super low. Oh, no, he didn't die. Wait. 30 health.
Did.
Oh, my
God.
Dark Soap was put away.
Dark Soap, I think, actually managed to get that kill as well.
Did he get that kill?
I'm not sure. We will soon find out. As yes, he did. He managed to get the kill.
Huge.
And we do seem to be having some issues.
He left. He couldn't take the aggression.
And I can confirm 100% that both Frosty and Sip forgot to apply the relevant scripts, which of course is an immediate round loss. That point will now go to Steel and Dark Soul. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Go. Kaboom! Almost. Good enough.
Yes, we did it.
As we are going to see both of our players calling Zeus from on high to
immediately
smite the HTS
But
players.
look at the aggression. I mean, I don't even know if they probably didn't even drink their physics or anything. I think they just no, they did. Never mind. It's just like they went in for the aggression, which I appreciate, and they just go in and they're just that's what I like. However, I will say doing the lightning bolt or the lightning stake, whatever it's called in this game, doing that is actually pretty good at relieving the pressure. I'm shocked at how well it's working here with some of these really high caliber players.
Well, speaking of high caliber players, Steel obviously is someone who plays an awful lot more invasions than an awful lot of the other participants. I think the only one who might be able to take that cake could be Sadia. But we're seeing these 1v1s develop, and I'm really curious as to why. I believe he may have gotten low and was trying to get some good counter pressure in there, and it ended up being put away. We're looking at it here. Obviously, we're going for those frost pots. Frosty managed to take 316 there in that exchange. We are going to see the lightning stake come out there. The anti-air with it. That's an interesting state of affairs. Managing to be hit for 895 there in that exchange. Deal taking a little bit of damage himself and all of this. I'm not sure who really has the lead in all of this. I think maybe red team has a very slight advantage, but I can't
think
tell
red
what
team,
tiers are up.
yeah, it's close. It's basically even. The thing I found interesting is that blue team was, oh, Steel's dead. I think he got frosted to death. That was quick.
Ooh, there you go. That's the nature of the beast. Force back now here.
They need to get him. Now, they have the weapons to get him. They just...
The jump.
There's
There's
the jump.
those jumps you were on about.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Finally.
Has Dark
But-
become your favorite all of a sudden? Is that what you're
Well,
trying to tell me there, Dante? And
if-
he's put away, unfortunately.
If he listened to me, then yes. But if he didn't, then no.
Nice way to figure out who your favorites are. I'll keep that
Yeah.
in mind moving forward, Dante. As we are seeing nice bits of pressure here, trying to get the
They're
runaround
using this
all the way-
whole Coliseum, by the way. Just
And,
like,
and as
they are
you
all
have
over
to
the
in
place.
that position, especially with the weapon sets that they have, all the beautiful reactions here on the side of Steel put away. Obviously, we have it here. Oh, that damage.
piercing
does-
thing.
Sip is gonna be in a really nice position now in just a second, and we see Steel here trying to get good damage. Frosty's very low, and that's
Sip
gonna be
is
Sip
dead.
put away, evening
This
out
could be-
almost.
A flip-flop here. I don't know. Frosty has enough health that he could maybe come back and make this interesting, but that's a tough situation to say whether or not you should try to kill yourself to get your partner. I mean, is he good enough to get out of this? So
Just
far,
to
he's not been hit.
Just to clarify, in a video game, ladies and gentlemen, but yes, it's very, very close all the way across here. We're looking at it here. Force back now is the side of Frosty.
100
Goes for that
health,
jump
one hit,
attack.
and he's done.
Oh,
There it
and
is.
Frosty's done. That's the equalizer. We
Yeah, it's
have Red
now
Team taking
2-2,
it.
but red team,
All
they
right.
they got the advantage here. The 2v1. Can they capitalize? This is a huge deal.
Even if they can just deplete Sip's resources enough, it's going to be more than
Oh,
enough.
he's dancing.
The breakdown sword is going to come out
worked.
here in this one. Oh man, this is so tight. Out comes the run attacks, goes for that, managing to intercept them. Force back now is the side of Dark Soul, looking for an opportunity to get in. Are we going to see it? Frosty come out. He's going to take a little bit of damage. Out comes the Halberd. Piercing Fang comes out. Are we going to see it? Attempted crouch R1, not quite able to land it, is the side of Steel. Now we're looking at both of our players here. Goes for the running attack, is able to land it. Can Dark Soul be able to take on Frosty in a 1v1? That's the curiosity. He was able to win one
Sip's
before.
getting
Will he
beat
be
up.
able to do another one? Dip is
Nice
in a
jump
spot of
attack.
bother.
Stilovsky took damage.
Both of them going for the jump attacks there as counter pressure. They really have been listening to you this evening, although that's going to be the Estus coming out there to try and get that. Out it comes the jump attack there. Once again, Steel is very, very low. He's going to have to be quite careful. Out it comes, almost able to double
Sip's
dip
in bad
there.
shape. Oh, the
so
bleed!
Steel,
That
35
could be it.
seconds on
30
the clock.
seconds.
Dark Soap's in a
Oh.
spot of bother now. He's going to go for that runaway. Goes for that. Is he going to be able to put away Sip?
Sam.
Not quite able
almost
to do it. The
spammed
jump attack comes out. Out it comes the Reduvia. He has to play it super safe now, managing to get good damage against Frosty. Is he going to be able to do it? 18 seconds on the
Wow.
clock. Force back. Are we going to see it?
No,
We see
what is Sip doing?
pushed away, I believe.
cannot believe it. That
Three.
might have been the match because now Frosty's super low. It's 2v1. We're about to go into sudden death. Next,
Three,
Till wins.
2, 1, and that's the round over. Unfortunately, that's going to be
my
Sip and
goodness.
Frosty just about pulling through the round.
Fire away.
Good. Boom. Out goes the bolt here. We are going to see the bolts here on the side of.
Oh, he
Steel.
didn't get him with the arrow. That's pretty interesting.
Just managed to miss there. Probably a free aim. Dark Sub taking a little bit of damage right off the bat. Steel going for there, looking for an opportunity. The 2 HTSs. Had that hit, that's an instant bleed. That has to be an instant bleed.
Oh,
there.
interesting.
Goes for it, another one. Goes for it there. Trying to find an opportunity. 7,000. Is that 1,400 damage that he just took there in that exchange?
It was too much damage. That's what it was.
It was a disgusting amount. Out comes the jump. Out he goes, looks for an opportunity to try and get some hit. Forcing him back there, looking at those opportunities. The R1 comes out, not quite able to punish it. We are going to see Frosty now keep changing up there onto the offhand Reduvia, looking for the extra bit of bleed damage. The jump is going to connect there. Frosty takes another bit of damage. We're keeping that pressure, settling into the both individual 1v1s with some gang, going for those cheeky opportunities to hit there now and again. Both of their bleed must be very, very high here on the side of red team.
Yeah,
That's-
you're right. They're getting a lot of ghost hits.
Oh,
here. There we
speaking
go.
of which, there we go.
Yeah. I'm curious because they're doing a lot of the same stuff, but again, if you're doing stuff on things that are really good, it still can work, right? I mean, You see that with the dual straight swords, but they are using the heavy thrusted sword. They are heavy bleed. He's got to be close.
No, both of them have to be super. Even 600 damage there in that crouch L1 was pretty nasty. Managing to hit Frosty there in that exchange. Shade Steel rolling the bleed.
Frosty's low.
Yeah, they're both pretty roughed up after some of these exchanges, but Frosty's still in the fight. He's keeping alive.
Oh,
Sip
Sip
now is
taking a
quite
little
low
bit.
himself. I think he might be in tier skip range if they manage to land those jump L1s, which is definitely something that's worth keeping in mind. You see Steel move in there for the jump L1, not quite able to connect. We see Frosty force back. Steel now force back. Dark's up taking a lot of damage.
Oh.
The tier procs now. We are going to see one of those katanas managing to connect. We are going to look at it there. Force back once again, looking for these opportunities. The sleep pot, you mentioned it. They must be listening. They have to be listening.
I'll show you sleep pot.
And there it comes. We are going to see the frost pot though, which is probably the better bet there, going for that pressure, trying to go for that. The attack goes for the jumping, not quite able to land it. Dark's up taking an awful lot of damage. Sip taking damage.
Frosty
done.
That
That's
lightning
first
got him.
blood. 2.5 minutes in is our first kill. And that's in the side of red team. Force back now. We are going to see Sip here taking a lot of damage. He is,
That's
but
it.
the dance of death as he is put away. Frosty coming back in just in time to see his comrade fall. Force back. We are going to see the sleep pot.
He gets him though.
No, he slapped both of them.
Wow.
No way.
I mean, he's dead, but it
didn't-
was really cool.
Forgot the go in style, right? It's like a part of your Saturday
Oh, to the city. That's actually something that happens with some of those moves there. You can actually get backstabs rather regularly. That's not a weird thing.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's something you got to be cognizant about.
And we do see a little bit of a reset here, but a little bit of greed here on the side of red team. Steel is quite low, manages to get the heal off though, which is going to become in clutch. Looking for an opportunity to get in, goes for that. The bleed comes in for 848 wasn't that? And we are going to see some nice damage there on Sip once again. Frosty forced back. We are going to see the run R2 manage to connect. Out it comes, the jump attack comes out, not quite able to connect.
Steel's dead.
Oh, Steel is put down. Our fan of
They got a minute
aviation
left.
sent
Can they
skyward.
capitalize?
Now is the opportunity they'd have to be able to do it if they have any chance. Out comes those jump
If they
L2s
can
though.
get this bleed.
Oh, the R1s come out though, and that's instant stagger is going to be very powerful.
Jump
Out it
attack on
comes
Frosty.
Sip. Sip is put
It's
away.
down.
4-1. The bunny hops.
It's gonna be
to
tough to come back
safety.
now.
That's going to be the play. Sacred Blade comes out, not quite able to connect though. Forced now back. Steel keeping up that pressure, keeping him as far away. Frosty's in trouble, and Frosty's put away. 5.
I think that's
1.
just about the match now.
I think that's GG's, but they're going to give that their darndest try. Out comes there. Steel manages to take a bit of damage. Sip is quite low, but he's also rotted.
He's in.
He goes for it, manages to get that connection. 20 seconds left on the
Nice
clock.
jump
Force
attack.
back. Frosty comes back in. We aren't going to see a punish there on that flask. Force now back at the side of Steel, looking for opportunities to get in. Sip is very low. Again, remember what I said. They're putting themselves in dangerous path, and they're paying for it dearly. Even though, and that's going to be it, and that's 1 second. That's going to be the red team taking it.
Wow.
6-1, giving them a 2-1 lead in set. We have both of our teams together in a 3-2-1. They are together. Go. Let's go.
So-
This could be it.
Prove me wrong, Steelovsky and Dark Soap. Let's see some team dynamic. I mean, I think Sip and Frosty have good teamwork. They're just a fraction of a second off on their timings. If they can make it either more weird or if they can understand, like they're just barely off. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and looking at it there, speaking of it being interesting, playing it weird, that's the only way I could describe both Sip and Frosty's play here today. Very aggressive. The rushdown works against other teams, but now you're up against the best of the best.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to cut it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the red team's ability to not like always getting bled immediately and constantly. Like they've been evading really well. Now, I do think blue team is choreographing a little bit, but again, you can choreograph all you want, and it doesn't matter if your timings are just slightly off because you can't escape certain attacks. It's just you can't do it.
Yeah, looking at it there, for example, like you had a huge opportunity there to punish Steel for that lightning strike, but it didn't seem to matter, and we see now that they've evolved into that 1v1 again, and it's not going to go well. That's 465 damage there, and I believe a tier skip as well, if I'm not confused. Out he comes here, forced back now, goes for the run R2 as a side of Sip. Frosty keeping that pressure up behind him. Both of these, all of the players here, I believe resources-wise, we're looking at Sip and Frosty here being quite behind, which, given this is match point of the finals, you have to be super, super careful of. Manages to be pit there again. Sip is on death's door. Out comes the lightning stake again, not quite able to connect. We are going to see the katanas coming out and forth. Out onto the fists, though. We see that bait there. Frosty looking to try and draw off a little bit of that pressure. Goes to the jump attack. It's the side of Sip. Sip is very active for someone who has 200 health left.
That's what I like, man. I love the aggression even when you're down low. That's what you need to be. You can't be a partner who's passive and does nothing and doesn't help. So I like that. That's the way you're supposed to play here, because otherwise it's just a 2v1 on the other side.
Now it's a 2v, proper 2v1.
Yeah, now it's a proper one. So we'll see if he can get out either unscathed. I mean, if he gets too low, he might just want to end it, but no jumping. I don't think he's jumping here because it might be Polish net is kind of messing him up.
And here you are again, blaming EU, when in fact it's NA laggards that are at fault, obviously.
You're probably right. I think everywhere else probably has better net at this point, but...
Out they come here. We are going to see the jump attacks come out. Dark Soap definitely rolling all of it. Forced back though, as he does have Frosty coming in back for support. But the jump attack manages to connect. 1,000 damage there. Frosty is very low. A dagger would be enough, I'd say, to put him away. However, he does manage to go for it. He's keeping that aggression though, and again, that's what I mean. He's in positions and goes to the trade. Dark Soap manages to take that one. That's going to be a 2-0 lead with just under 2 minutes to go.
Damage. Yeah, they don't have much time. If he can get this kill magically, that'd be a big deal.
This could be rough now, Dante. We're looking at some serious amounts. Going for that, forcing him back there. Goes for the run attack. Keeping an eye, looking for these opportunities. Run attack comes out. Looking for that. Dark Soap is taking a little bit of damage there. However, the katanas are going to come
close.
out.
Dark Soap is close.
He's so close to death.
Dagger.
So close.
Who got that kill?
Put away. Not sure which of them managed to do it. They're both.
If Sip got it, that's huge. They only have a minute to work with here. They need to go in now, because if they don't put this in sudden death, obviously they
run
just
R2
lose.
Manages to connect. Steel is in a spot of bother here. He's probably fiddling through his menus. If I know Steel
there now.
Dark Soap is back in though to clean up the act there and get it forced back into that neutral. Managing to get that anti-air. Sip is low. Frosty's beat up. Steel though is probably out of all of them the lowest. He definitely is now. Forced back now is the side of Steel.
Let's see.
Are they going to force
this back?
47 seconds now to force that reset and get an opportunity. And Steel is very low himself, but he's still in the fight. We see those turn and burns come out. Sip looking for these opportunities, going for
it. Steel's down.
Oh, he's out, but he manages to get a little bit of damage.
No!
800 damage.
This is bad because it's going to go in sudden death, and they're just going to lose immediately, right? So they have to somehow get the advantage back on their side, but they have a 2v1 opportunity now, and they need to go now because otherwise Frosty doesn't have any health. The sudden death
Dark
is going to
Soap's
kill him.
taking an awful lot of damage there in that exchange. Sip is taking it back though. That is an insane amount of damage. Going for it there, looking for those opportunities.
Lord. All the backstab attempt. All right, we're in sudden death.
Sudden death for what could be the last match, ladies and gentlemen.
Blue team is
going for that
far
pressure.
down, though.
Going for it there. 324 damage. Dark Soap taking a little bit of nastiness from that exchange. Goes to the jump attack. Frosty is low. Dark Soap is down.
Soap is down.
The match point.
Wow. Well, I gotta say,
God.
I was like, the only way they're gonna win is if they skip the tier or whatever. If they get a bleed with massive damage, I didn't really see what happened. I saw him jumping a lot over there. He must have did a bunch of jumping R1s or I don't know. I didn't really see it, but that was crazy.
5 of the finals, match point, ladies and gentlemen, on a 3, on a 2, on a 1. LA.
They clawed back. They lost the first one due to the disconnect, right?
Yes, that is true. And
then I think they won the second one. They lost the third one. They won the fourth one right at the end. And now we get to see.
And now look at that, the jump attack comes out, managing to connect with Sip. We are, of course, going to see Dark Soap here. The katanas versus the thrusting sword. And story as old as this tournament has been going on, as we are going to see the jump attack comes out, manages to connect with both of them. We are, of course, going to see Steel managing to go for some really advantageous trades there. Status pressure is building. He's going to have to play it very carefully. Out it comes once again. Sip managing to hit Dark Sub. Steel forced back. We have both sides now back on the same side, but Steel is isolated.
Steel is down.
Managing to reconvene there on that one. That's what we want to see. Out it comes the jump attacks. Isolated once again is the side of Dark Sub, but Steel is lower here. Managing to take a little bit of damage. Running attacks coming out left and right here, quite literally. As we are seeing, as Steel is in the spot of bother. Might tries to go for that double hit, not quite able to make it work though. Out it comes, we are going to see now the lightning bolt comes out. Out it comes, the jumps come out. Steel is now very low. Is that going to be first blood? That could very easily
he's
be
making
it.
a lot of micro mistakes here, which is causing him much damage.
Tournament fatigue is one hell of a drug, and as you can see here, the out it comes there. The sleep pot comes out. Oh,
not bad. Oh, he got him. I don't know if they
It's
saw it. They didn't get the punish, but
they didn't. They really just wanted to kill Steel, and that's something I can definitely understand. But Steel now is very low. Put back now. Force back. Sip has taken an awful lot of damage here in these exchanges. The tunnel vision is definitely starting to cause some issues. Frosty's quite low. Out it comes Steel, definitely rolling that last exchange there. Dark forced back, looking for an opportunity here to get some good damage in. Forcing back. Frosty, they're spending an awful lot of time and they're taking an awful lot of damage to try and deal with Steel. They're going to have to reconsider, and that's going to be the tier proc. Sip has taken an awful lot of damage there.
Oh,
Steel is put away, but so is Sip,
is
forcing the 1v1. 1v1 now.
Who's got this 1v1?
On paper, I'd almost say Frosty, but the rot is out. Out it comes here, goes for that opportunity. Both players come in at the same time. Ooh, that's going to be a rough one here. Out it comes, both players back in and ready to go. Reconvening is the side of both of our players, Steel and Dark, looking for an opportunity. Frosty going for that guaranteed, almost guaranteed damage in the form of the dagger, forcing those rolls. We are seeing that rot build up here as well. He's probably on the Scorpion Stinger, trying to maximize the amount of rot he's able to build up. But he is going to be clipped there for a little bit of damage thanks to Sip. Sip's not out of the fight. That tunnel vision though they're gonna pay for it. Steel taking another little bit of damage, slowly but surely being whittled down. Goes for the unsheath. There is the side of Stolovsky, not quite able to land it. Dante, you're gonna have to explain what's going on here.
Well, it's like a matter of inches or centimeters, if you will. It's crazy because it's just who can get the little bit of damage here and there. Sip is down low, and this is a huge deal because I think Frosty doesn't have much health. I don't know. Oh, Sip did heal there.
Oh, the jump attack connects at one.
Yeah, this is looking a bit rough for blue team because we're coming up to sudden death. If they go down 2-1, can they come back? It's tough. Stilovsky is down quite low. He's been hit a lot this match. Sip is one hit away.
Oh, Sip, and he's going up against Fist. He's going to take that damage.
Sip is alive somehow.
Oh, not anymore. He's not though. He may have just met his maker sent skyward by our fan of aviation, I believe, as we are going to see.
Who got that kill? Was that Dark Soap?
I'm not sure if it was Dark or if it was Steel. Either no, it was Dark. As we see the heal come out now on the side of him. Steel is going to be looking for that kill there to guarantee.
Good job surviving, but he's dead.
And he does manage to get that kill. That's huge. And that's Sip taking an awful lot of damage here in these exchanges. Sip is also rotted, but Tim put away.
I think that might be it.
Seconds.
I don't know how you come back from that now, because you got 30 seconds and you need 3 kills. They need bleed now.
And they need to
they
be
just
able
gotta
to do
go
a serious amount. And I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Looking at that, Frosty's taking an awful lot of damage right off the bat. Sip is back in, looking to try and pressure. Goes back in, tries to get that bleed. We are going to see the heal on the side of Frosty, looking for an opportunity now to get some good damage in. 10,
yeah, that's
9,
it.
8,
Good job. By the way,
7.
I want to say they didn't back away.
No,
they could have just ran away and just secured. No, they went in for the kill. I gotta give all props to Stilovsky and Dark Soap, the champions.